We've caught an awful lot of cats. Are they all friends of yours, Rollo?
They're not really Rollo's friends, more like his subjects. He's basically their king.
So, he's the Gaius of cats?
Their king? Wow, Rollo's not pussyfooting around.
Ever since we got all these cats together, I haven't been able to stop sneezing.
He says, meow if you ever need help, and he'll save you.
Is that right? His heart's as big as his belly.
That's impressive. I'm glad you're the benevolent kind of king.
Let's hear it for the king!
Bravo!
All hail Rollo!
So, you're friends with His Highness?
Indeed I am. I serve at King Gaius' side as his prime minister.
What's that?
He's sort of like the king's regent. That makes him the #2 guy in all of Riza Maxia.
The king's regent? But in fairy tales, the regent's always the villain.
Hey, you're right. They're always secretly trying to steal the kingdom or mess with the king.
How could a mere child see through my ambitions?
Huh?
It's true. As you've suspected, I derive great pleasure from toppling kings. I remove their pawns one by one as my loyal knights advance from the sides to flank them.
We have to warn His Highness!
Of course, I'm talking about chess.
What? Your regents really are mean.
Rowan is pretty much always like this.
It's interesting taking a step back and looking at everyone. I can see some things have changed and some haven't.
Speaking of changes, I see you've grown a beard.
Ah, you noticed that, did you? Not bad, eh?
Rowan still has you beat.
A perceptive comment. No beard stands above my own.
It's not even close. Alvin's looks kind of shabby.
Hey now, the word you're looking for is roguish. You're a little too young to appreciate that sort of thing.
So, what inspired you to grow a beard, Alvin?
Well, there were a number of factors. But for the most part, I thought it was time to start trying new things.
Like what?
Like anything. You only live once, right? And you gotta do the things you want while you can.
That's a more juvenile reason than I was expecting.
It would have been more fun if you decided to wear a disguise or something.
What exactly is it gonna take to satisfy these two?
Okay, you're creeping me out.
Do you have a question about Tipo?
What is he?
Tipo is Tipo, a lovable friend to all.
That's a lie. There aren't any animals that look like you, and if there were, they still couldn't talk.
Tipo is actually a mana amplifying device known as a booster.
It's because of Tipo that Elise is able to cast such powerful spirit arts. He makes her stronger than even a normal adult.
So you guys are running a scam.
Scam?
You want to be a grown-up, right? Like real bad? So you have Tipo help you cheat at spirit stuff. Don't worry, though. I won't tell anyone.
Thanks?
You shouldn't snitch on her either, okay, Jude?
Right.
It's pretty big of me to cover for you like this, huh? You can thank me later.
Now who's pulling a scam?
Hiya! Sorry to be a nag, but your loan isn't gonna repay itself. Gotten into the swing of this loan thing yet? I mean, no one wants to get used to it, but what can you do? Nova here with the latest and greatest! You are now free to travel as far as Alati Sea Haven. You keep making those payments, and we keep unlocking sea havens. Go forth, hardy menfolk, and conquer the sea!
She talks like I'm not even here.
I guess that's kind of sexist, isn't it? You go forth too, hardy womanfolk, and conquer the sea as well!
Oh, I've never been to sea before.
Seriously? You gotta check it out! The sea is awesome! It's so big, and large, and grand!
fun taking a step back and looking at everyone. Some things have changed, and some haven't.
You've certainly had a big change, Elise. You're going to school now, right? Do you like it?
I do, and I really like the uniform.
Uniforms? School?
Your uniform's really cute, but I've always been more the pants type myself. They're so much easier to move in than skirts. So what side are you on, Luger? Team pants or team skirts?
You gotta love skirts.
Yes, exactly. Aren't skirts the cutest?
Seriously? But you're wearing pants right now. Well, I'm on both teams.
Whoa, that's right. You're wearing leggings under a skirt. Clever! Looks like you win this one, Al.
Yeah, duh.
Wait a minute. This was a competition?
Marksburg seems like a pretty nice city.
Yeah, it's like a bridge between Olympias and Rizamaxia. Not just literally, but metaphorically, you know? A year ago, I'd never have believed this could exist at all.
Isn't it amazing how much our actions can change the future?
Speaking of which, it's amazing how much Jude's changed.
Huh? Me?
Look at your hair! Suddenly you're all trendy.
Exploring your sexy side, are you, Jude?
Sexy? Rowan, come on. It doesn't have anything to do with that.
So, what prompted it?
I just like to try something different now and then.
In other words...
Exploring your sexy side?
I guess.
Rolo, we're gonna ride on a boat. Rolo, are you afraid of boats?
Hey, you're all okay.
It's the informant lady.
I'm Jolene, remember? I just feel horrible about what happened. I don't suppose I could bribe my way back into your good graces.
What are these?
Winged boots. Just a little something to lighten your load and make you love me again.
What are you talking about?
A star reporter like you ought to be able to figure it out. By the way, an agent from Spirius is staying at the inn here. Toodles!
Maybe she should be a reporter.
We made it! Huh? You okay there, Rolo?
What do you want?
Where does it hurt? I'm a doctor.
We've confirmed your arrival at Aladi Sea Haven. Recover the data from the pursuit agent and return to Company HQ.
Sorry about that. Here's the data.
But these poor people.
Recovering the data is your top priority. Bring it to HQ immediately.
What's so special about it?
It's a copy of all the fractured dimension data that the former Director Kresnik had collected and analyzed.
Huh? Fractured dimension?
So you had a run-in with Julius?
Yes. We had him outnumbered 10 to 1, and yet he still decimated us.
But at least we got the data off him. Get it back to HQ. It'll really help us improve our ability to detect waymarkers.
You all go on ahead. I'll take care of these people.
Need a hand, Princess?
I prefer the company of Rowan, thank you.
This old geezer would be honored to help, young mistress.
Good thing I have thick skin. You beat up his former co-workers, huh?
I want to believe he had a good reason, but... Ugh.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Kresnik. Please deliver the item in question directly to the CEO himself.
Look at this place!
It's so big and pretty.
Indoor voice, Leia.
Who are these people?
My friends.
I believe only Mr. Kresnik was invited.
We're a package deal.
I'm Luger's friend and advisor.
And I'm the acting guardian of these miners.
I'm acting guardian number 2.
And I'm acting guardian of this kitty.
One moment, please.
Acting guardian number 2, huh?
Look who's talking.
All of you may enter. Mr. Bakura is most impressed by the loyalty you engender in others, Mr. Kresnik.
Why, Luger, I've been waiting for you. Thanks. Any leads on your brother's whereabouts? Well, as it turns out, I have news for you of both varieties. Good and bad. Which one first?
Give me the bad news.
Mr. Kresnik's going on the police's most wanted list.
Your life's about to get a lot tougher.
So they're gonna throw Luger in jail?
Wasn't there good news?
Indeed, I would like to recruit you as an agent in our company. Don't act so surprised. It makes perfect sense. I've been keeping my eye on you this whole time. You never back down from difficult situations. More importantly, you have the strength to face them.
I'd wager you've been doing more than just keeping an eye on him.
You've been testing Luger. You can't get the true measure of a man by observing from a distance. What do you say? Become one of my agents and I'll keep the police off your back, even if I have to get pushy.
He doesn't even have a choice. This is blackmail.
I failed to mention that an agent's salary is considerable. You'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can avoid arrest and pay off that massive loan almost overnight, provided you show me results, of course.
What kind of results?
No fractured dimensions.
Fractured dimensions?
Surely you've noticed them. Worlds like ours, but not? Think of this flower as our prime dimension, a world where history flows in a way that's familiar to us. But it's not the only blossom. There are offshoots.
When one of these appears, it disperses soul energy from the prime dimension. Our dimension, in other words.
Wait, it disperses? That can't be good.
And what happens if we don't do anything about it?
Ultimately, souls will vanish from the prime dimension. Of course, this means humans will die out as well. Whoa, time out.
This all sounds pretty far-fetched.
Olympius growing dry, the failure of Spyrite technology. What if I were to tell you those effects were caused by the loss of soul energy from the prime dimension?
It can't be true.
Oh, but it is. Spirius has been working to save our world by eliminating its counterparts in the fractured dimensions.
How could you possibly eliminate an entire world?
That is a question for our friend Luger here. His chromatis transformation has the power we need to infiltrate and destroy these parasitic realities.
The power to destroy a world.
No fair! I have no idea what everybody's talking about!
Luger, for the sake of this world, the true world, you must help us.
All right.
Don't let me down. You're officially a DODA agent of Spirius.
One thing I still don't get. What's causing these fractured dimensions?
It's not a what, it's a who.
A great spirit of Canaan. Kronos.
The land of Canaan?
Another great spirit?
There is nothing to fear. We have in our possession the power needed to oppose him. Come to the underground training area, and I will show you how to wield it.
I have to admit, being an agent for the Spirius Corporation is kind of a big deal. But are you sure about this?
Not really.
Thought so. But if the CEO says you can handle it, that's a big thumbs up. I mean, my editor will barely let me take down a classified ad. This could be your big chance to make it big. Ugh, what reporter uses big twice in one sentence?
Bisley Bakor certainly lives up to his reputation.
He certainly makes an impression. He's like...
A boss of a sinister organization.
I think so too. He's like the villain on Beach Brigade Sunscreen Rangers.
Who?
Well, he's like this evil genius who makes fish paste products from dead fish and uses them to rule the seafood industry. But the Sunscreen Rangers will fight him to the death to defend the beach so that they have dead fish to eat.
They're fighting to save dead fish from the seafood industry?
It was a classic Olympian action series. Palin collected all the toys.
I used to watch it with my daddy.
And Beasley Bakor resembles that.
Well, regardless, he's Luger's boss now. Let's just make sure we're the ones using him and not the other way around.
That makes sense. We can't accomplish much without him.
But be careful. I don't think that Bakor was lying, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't telling us everything either.
I agree.
Steel yourself, Agent. I wish we could ease into this, but time is of the essence. You'll have to train the hard way. Actual combat. Don't interfere. Show me what you're made
Luger? Something's wrong with Luger.
That's enough for now. Still no match for Julius, though.
So that's a Chromatus.
Where'd Luger learn that trick?
It's a family trait. He's one of Kresnik's descendants. See his watch? It's a Kresnik heirloom, passed down for generations. It's the key to the transformation. Though it would seem Julius has been using yours all this time.
That's not Luger's. It's my daddy's.
We're talking about Kresnik, the Genesis Sage, right? The one who wielded the Lance of Will?
The Sage Kresnik? Yes, I seem to recall that name from Rize Maxian legend.
So the tale is different here in Olympias?
If Kresnik wasn't a sage, what was he?
A wretched plaything for the spirits. They granted... No, they cursed the Kresnik line with the Chromatus. But Kresnik's curse is humanity's weapon. And you, Luger, will master it. I will contact you when we detect a new fractured dimension. Until then, rest up.
Look, Luger, I really hate to bring this up, but you've been neglecting your loan payments lately. Nobody likes a financial deadbeat.
So much for resting up.